episode 107.
Are you ready to take your eBay business to the next level? Then hold on, because Ron and Ali are going to take you into the fast lane with the latest tips and insights from some of the biggest and most successful sellers here on the So You Wanna Sell on eBay podcast.
Welcome once again to another episode of So You Want to Sell on eBay. I'm Ron LeBeau.
And I'm Ali Young.
Hey, everyone. From the great Northeast, we have Jen Santiago. Jen, how you doing tonight?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Ali, in Thailand there?
Doing marvelous, as they like to say. Great to have us with us, Jen. It's great to have us with us. I've got to learn to talk first. Great to have you with us, Jen.
Why, thank you. It's a pleasure.
Brilliant.
Well, cool. Hey, everyone. Jen is a struggling mother of 3 and 3 fur babies. She loves animals, the beach, being around any type of water, and, of course, her kids. She has done nothing but struggle most of her life and has decided that she wasn't going to struggle anymore. She started selling online in January of 2015 and has done nothing but grow her business since day one.
Nice. So 3 fur babies. Is there something that I need to know about here?
No, I have a dog and I have 2 cats. So.
Oh, okay. I thought, I thought it was like a Bigfoot family or something happening. That's brilliant. So you got three kids then?
Yep, I have a 21-year-old daughter named Juliana. That's where my 3 jewels came from, because her name is spelled Jewel and then Ianna. And then I have a 17-year-old son named Alex and a 15-year-old son named Joel.
Wow, so they're all
so
working.
What are they going to do? Yeah, what are they going to do with the stardom stuff? I mean, now that they're on our show, I mean, they're all going to be celebrities. They're not going to be able to go to school, like, or to work without, being, signing autographs like everyone on our show does.
Just
right,
like
Ali?
us, yeah.
They would probably love it. My 17-year-old is attention seeker, so.
Nice. Well, they all are at 17. So do they work for you? Have you got them packing boxes while we're talking?
My 2 boys do help me. My youngest helps me with shipping. He helps me with listing. My 17-year-old has helped me with listing, as well as my daughter.
Nice.
Well, very cool.
Yeah. But it's not consistent. They're teenagers and a grown adults. So,
Right.
But I take all the help I can get when I can get it.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about how you source. I mean, we had talked offline here before we started the show that you do some drop shipping. Where are you drop shipping from, and how long has that been going on for you?
I have been drop shipping for a little. It's been a little over a year. I started in December of 2015. Basically, I go through manufacturers. I just Google stuff, and there's a couple ones that are actually local to my area. And then other than that, with the drop shipping, there are some that I actually started buying wholesale. So I extended out my handling time. I have get my orders throughout the week, because I sell on multiple platforms. Place my order, have the stuff shipped to me, and then I ship it out. But if I only have one item from that supplier, I can have it drop shipped.
Well, that's really cool. Drop shipping is one of those things that, either you love it or you hate it kind of thing. Right. I mean, there's been a lot of people that have been burned by their drop shipper. I mean, It sounds to me like you've built a relationship with your drop shippers. And have they ever burned you as far as been out of supplies or not been able to ship it on time and things like that? Because obviously it comes back on you.
Yep.
Last December, I did have an issue with one supplier, and he normally they're pretty good with communication. He wasn't communicating with me. Basically, I am honest with the customer. I offer something for free, and I've never gotten a bad review about it.
See, that's fantastic. That part there. So that's the part that Ron mentioned as well. You're buying your stuff from someone else, and it's solely reliant on them. They actually ship it, but you've managed to find a way through this where you don't get negative feedback as well, just by playing the honest card and stuff. I think that's brilliant, because you could really get in trouble.
Yeah, you can. There's a lot of drop shipping companies that I do not use and would not. I I always had a sample item sent to me. I want to see how they're shipping. That's why I go through a lot of manufacturers, because the manufacturers don't want to put their company on the line. So they, you know, a lot of these other suppliers, they're not the manufacturers. They're going and getting their supplies from the manufacturers, and then they're drop shipping. So actually, you're going through not only being a third party, you're going through a fourth party and fifth party.
Wow.
So it's all about the research. I will not drop ship from anybody who does not require me to have a business license or requires me to have a fee, like a per item fee or per order fee, because those are the ones, like if they ask you to have just an upfront $100 fee and then that's for the year, they're not legit.
Yep.
They're not legit at all. So yeah, it's a lot of research.
That's good information. I mean, you know, there's a lot of people out there. I mean, I would say, because Ali and I did some drop shipping. We were selling some leather products, you know, briefcases, backpacks, tote pads, and things like that. And we had a really, really good, actually, our source was in New Jersey as well. Really good company to work with. But, you know, there's a lot of companies that, you know, don't want their stuff sold on eBay, you know. So, you know, once you find that gold nugget, though, that the company that is willing to work, understand the value of having their products on eBay, and eBay is not the garage sale kind of thing, you're pretty good to go.
I have a couple that, like a lot of my candle warmers, if you actually research them on eBay, there's certain ones that there is no other one out there, because nobody else is approved to sell but me. So there's there's no competition.
So what? Let's say, for example, there's you've got this product. Let's say like these dresses that you're selling, but there's 10 other people selling this same product. Are you bound for a certain price? Are you allowed to go, you know, make your own price up, or does all drop shippers have to have the same price for this particular product?
It depends on the manufacturer that I use.
Right.
Some there is MAP pricing. Like the dresses, there is a MAP pricing. For the curtains, there is a MAP pricing, but then there's other ones that there isn't. So
well, cool. And, you know, just for the person out there who doesn't understand what MAP pricing is, it's minimum advertised pricing. And maybe you can explain that a little bit. You know, I guess it's just it's a way of keeping everybody honest and on the same playing field. But go ahead and explain that. Basically,
the manufacturer decides a price that they do not want their items sold for anything less than that, and you have to abide by it. Yeah, and the advantage there is, you know, if I had $1 million and I could buy $1 million worth of their products, I could actually, you know, take a $20 product and sell it for $13 and still be okay. Where you, who, you know, might be buying 5 or 6, you'd have to stay at the higher price and you wouldn't be able to compete. So one of the things that MAP pricing does is it kind of keeps the price honest, right? So it keeps everybody on the same playing field. Yeah, really kind of a good way of doing that. And I think that would be something, if I were to do drop shipping again, I'd make sure that they honor that MAP pricing. Yeah, a lot of them do, but there's other ones that don't. Like with a lot of my candle warmers, I am on the higher price end compared to others who do have it. But then if you look at my feedback, you look at my customer service, I can still get those prices.
Yeah, it's brilliant. So, and are these pictures yours, or are these the pictures that come with the drop shipper?
Most of them are from the drop shipper. I actually, because I have been ordering them and getting them here, I'm thinking about taking different pictures, because those pictures do the items no justice whatsoever. They are beautiful compared to the pictures. Yeah, cool. And we're looking, just so you know, if you're out there listening and you're watching here, we're looking at Jules 1073 as her eBay store name. Jules 1073, and that has some kind of a significance to you. I mean, I know you mentioned earlier. It's kind of a cool name, but it's really a neat store, and it's well put together for you. I think you did a really good job on that. And like you said, the pictures are good, but I can see where you would say that you might want to reduce some of the pictures, but I don't have a problem with any of them.
No, you're going to buy something then, Ron? Are you going to put your money where your mouth is?
I just did.
Okay, cool.
Unfortunately, it wasn't from her store.
If you can just let us know when Ron buys something, and we'll announce it in the show notes page. Brilliant. So I also notice here that you're using this percentage off as well. You're like 74% off, 50% off. You like that discount stuff.
Yes, I always, no matter what the item is, like I said, I price on the higher side because I am always running some type of sale.
Right. So you
know what?
yeah.
I don't see your prices as being outrageous, and I really don't. I mean, I'm looking at this American Eagle Outfitters women's dress, thing. It's $2.
Thing. It's a thing, is it?
It's a size 6 black sheer pleated button. I don't know. It's $2. I mean,
if it's $2, most likely that one is damaged. A lot of my damaged ones, because I source from the bins a lot, which is the Goodwill outlets. And I also source at Goodwill's on Dollar Date. I don't look at the items for flaws. Right. If I pick up the item and I think it's cute or it'll sell, I buy it, because I have found that even items with flaws sell. So if I'm getting something for 60 cents or $1, I'm charging $2.50 for it plus shipping, which all my shipping, anything under 13 ounces, automatically goes for $4.29. So if I can ship it for $2.66, I'm already making $2 off the shipping, so it's still a profit.
Gee, I mean,
in your defense, I would say once I opened that up, you did disclaim that yes. you explained exactly what the problem is.
It sounds like rocket science. I mean, you've mastered it. $2.66. I mean, is that like the perfect number? Is it? That's brilliant. I love it. It just shows that you've done a lot of research on this, and you know what you're doing here. It's fantastic. And like Ron said prior to the show, I think you're actually maybe the first person we've had on that does drop shipping, and it's just another option for people out there who maybe have less funds to start with or something.
It can, but the thing is when you start out new, because your funds are on hold, you have to have the money up front, and say you sell 7 of them, you have to make sure you have that money to purchase it.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, some drop shippers, I know with ours, we had a credit card on file for them. So whenever we ordered something, they just automatically charge that card. I mean, until we hit our $50 limit. I think
it was $20, wasn't it?
Shh, Ali.
Oh, shit. So I keep forgetting this is a podcast show.
That's right.
Yeah, I have three drop ship companies that I actually have credit on. So that is awesome. Yeah.
So you mentioned
that's really cool.
You mentioned Goodwill as well. So you also going out there and hustling and bustling the streets of New Jersey.
Yeah. Yep. Goodwill, Plato's Closet, thrift stores.
Plato's Closet. Is that
like a teen consignment shop.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's just all these names I've never heard of, It's just, you put that out there like it's like something that people know, I'm sure you know it, but that's brilliant.
People here know it, Ali.
Yeah, people over
That's
here
right.
know it.
Remember, there's that water separation,
Yeah,
so,
and elephants and rice and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is...
Ron and Ali will be right back after this short break.
Life is full of numbers. Our brains process literally hundreds of numbers and equations every hour of every day. When it comes to your business, give your brain a break as well as peace of mind that the numbers are figuring up as they should with MyCost Pro. MyCost Pro is an easy-to-use automated eBay bookkeeping program for Excel that imports sales data directly from your seller account. MyCost Pro automatically generates accounting and performance reports to show you your true bottom-line profit. You can even view and edit active listing details such as price and quantity and relist unsold items directly from MyCost Pro. All you need is Excel on your Windows PC. Take control of your business and free up those long nights of crunching the numbers. Visit mycostpro.com for a 21-day no-obligation free trial using coupon code PODCAST. Exclusively for So You Want to Sell on eBay podcast listeners. What's more exciting than starting your own eBay empire with one of Auction Pro Template's custom eBay store and listing template packages? How about saving yourself $200 when you do it? That's right. Right now, you can take advantage of starting your own totally custom eBay store for the insanely low price of $697 when you use promo code SAVE200 during checkout at AuctionProTemplates.com. You still get all of the amazing features and benefits as before, like a custom designed eBay store and matching eye-catching custom eBay listing design, video tutorials, software, custom branding, 1-year free hosting, and so much more. But now you get to save yourself $200 doing it. So celebrate the start of something awesome with $200 in savings when you order your very own custom eBay store and listing template package. Go to auctionprotemplates.com and check out all of the features and benefits of having a totally custom eBay store and use promo code SAVE200 today.
Be sure to check out SoYouWannaSellOnEBay.com for the latest podcasts and all the information you need to get selling fast.
It's cool. So how are you keeping up with all the latest stuff that's happening with eBay? Like, you know, the no active content, stuff like that. Is that going to affect you, or you're all good to go with that?
I'm good to go. My listings are very basic. When I first started in 2015, I had the whole scrolling template, and Gladys and a couple other people said, hey, you know, you don't want that. So I took out that, and I was taught by her pretty much keep it basic, keep to the point, and leave everything else out. And that's what I've ran with for going on 3 years now.
Yeah. And Gladys Ramos is a rock star, period. Yeah. I mean, she just really gets it. She understands. She's been on our show, and we just love her to death. She's a friend of ours, and I
actually got to meet her last year.
Yeah, no, she's great.
Awesome.
Yeah, she's a great person. Definitely would take her advice anytime.
Yeah.
Cool. So what kind of systems do you have in place? I mean, let's talk about tools that you use. I mean, what kind of things? Obviously, when you started in 2015, you were a newbie. You know, what kind of tools have you gained knowledge of that you use in your daily business that kind of help you make the process easier?
I use InkFrog because actually I have free eBay accounts. So I use InkFrog. That way I can my kids create a draft, and then I can choose which account to put it on. So I don't have to worry about logging in and out of eBay. I just go into InkFrog, and that's where I do all my listings. I schedule out my listings to launch every single day so that I have that consistent everyday listing without technically having to list every day. The other thing that I use is ShipStation, because ShipStation pulls in all my orders from every single platform that I sell on. I sell on Amazon, eCreator, PayPal. I have my own website that is starting to go through Bonanza. So I go into ShipStation and basically all my orders for the day are right there. I pull my orders and without having to log into every account.
So are you integrating it all? So are you gonna, is the ultimate way that you're gonna run everything from your website going to eBay, stuff like that? You got tools?
No, I have tried that. I don't like it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I had a Shopify store, and I used the ESO software, whatever it was, to integrate it. I didn't like how it pulled. Like with InkFrog, InkFrog can pull from Amazon. I do not pull my Amazon listings into InkFrog because it changes. So,
that's the beautiful thing about all of this, really. I mean, you may like it, you may not, but somebody else will use it and some won't. So that's the beautiful thing about this. There's no set in stone way to do this, Jen, right? I mean, you kind of mentioned that. I mean, really, it's just, everybody does things differently, and it's quite okay. I mean, because we've talked to, over 100 people, and everybody's got their own systems. I mean, some of them are comparable, but some are completely different as well. And it's just kind of nice to hear everybody have their own little system that works for them. And it's really kind of cool.
Yeah, I listen to what other people do, and then I try a lot of things. There's a lot of things that I've tried and then just said, this isn't going to work for me, and let it go. That's the only way to grow your business is by trial and error and find out what works the best.
Definitely. I mean, and that's the message we like to give here. You just give this stuff a try. It didn't work for you. It works for someone else, like Ron says. But you just ultimately find your system. And when you talk, it sounds like you found your sort of path. Which sort of direction to be heading in, sort of thing.
Yeah, because like with my photos, I take all the photos with my phone, and I use Dropbox. So the minute I take it, it automatically uploads to Dropbox.
Yep.
Dropbox is on my phone, my computer at my day job. Then I go and pull all the if it's a blouse or something, I take pictures of the measurements at the same time. That way, if I'm at work and I have a 15-minute break, I can list at work without having the item in front of me.
Did you hear that, boss man?
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
On her break. She's only doing this on her break.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. You don't want to be, your boss might be listening. You do realize, yeah?
I'm pretty much allowed to do whatever I want.
That's a good boss. I want to work there as well.
You know what, Ollie? Here's what I always say: you can do anything you want on your last day, right? I mean, you really can.
I help them out a lot. I'm an accounting specialist for their Amazon department because my day job is an Amazon vendor. So I deal with all the unpaid invoices that Amazon decided not to pay us.
Jeez.
Wow.
Is there anything that you don't do?
Huh?
Is there anything that you don't do? I mean, you say you're working now. I mean, this is fantastic stuff.
Yeah.
This is brilliant. So what got you into eBay? Why eBay? Why did you decide to come onto it?
Basically, back in, I would say 2004, 2005, I worked for the United States Postal Service as a clerk. Everybody used to come in with tons of packages, and I asked them, hey, what's all this? And they were sitting there telling me, we go to garage sales and yard sales and we sell on eBay. At that time, I had tried it, knowing nothing about it, not even doing the research. I had like 5 items at home that were new with tags, and I decided to put them up on eBay. Ended up listing them about 4 times, and at that time, you didn't get free listings. Yeah. So I had to pay for all that. Yeah. And it was a complete fail. I reached out to my mom, asking her, what should I do? And she basically told me, you need a steady job. You have 3 young kids at home. You can't waste your time on that. About 3 months later, I found out my mom had an eBay store. And
she was trying to get rid of the competition, hey?
And now she's listening to this show.
Yeah.
Right. So, actually, to this day, she did not teach me eBay. I taught myself.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, there you go, Mom.
Yeah.
Maybe we need Mum on the show as well. I don't know. Maybe we should keep this in the family. So that's cool.
Yeah, we don't talk. She does her thing and I do my thing. We don't really talk. She's complained about her sales tanking. Yep. And I've asked her, well, how about this or how about that? And she's like, oh, I don't need to do that. I'm like, okay. And that's why my sales are not tanking and yours are.
So you just kept with it then. That initial failure, because that initial failure could be a point where, you know what, this isn't worth it. Your mum's saying it's not worth it. Let's not bother. Let's just stay at the postal service. But you obviously didn't do that. You came back for round 2.
Yeah. In 2014, I had went back to college. And I took a business class and they started talking about, entrepreneurs, and I had to interview somebody who owned their own business. So I decided to interview my mom. However, at the time,
There's always a however, Rowley.
However, at the time, I found out that she had went to Germany to visit my sister. And basically, I did all the research like I interviewed her and just submitted the project that way. And, a lot of people were sitting there saying, different kids in the class were telling me, do you regret or hate your mom for taking your idea and running with it? And I said, no, I was not ready at that time.
Yep.
Besides, a lot of people just don't know that there's more than 2 sellers on eBay, right? I mean, there might be 4 or 5. I don't know. How many do you think there are?
This would be a bad podcast show if there's only 2 people, wouldn't it? I mean, we'd be pretty lumbered here.
Yeah, so, a lot of repeat performers.
Right.
Yeah, sorry. He likes to interrupt people here, Jen. I'm so sorry. I'll take control of this again. Carry on, please.
So I finished the business course in November and decided I'm going back to it. So in December, I started joining a couple eBay groups on Facebook and asking questions. And of course, I got bombarded with do your research and we don't answer that. And basically in January, I listed my first item when I decided right from the start, I did not like auctions. My first item sold, I would say February 2nd. And on February 3rd, I upgraded to a store with maybe 2 listings on my account. And I never looked back.
Wow, that's great.
Wow.
Isn't that
Like
great?
my first year was very slow. I didn't even make $1,000 my first year. Going through a lot of personal issues, being a full-time student, working full-time. I was just learning.
Yep.
And then in April of 2016, I reached out to Gladys and I'm like, hey, can you look at my store? Because she mentioned something called the Comma Club. And I was like, what's that? I want to be in that. And basically, you hit it's when you hit $1,000 in sales in a month. And I said, I want to do that. So, she was like, well, what do you think you're doing wrong? I said, I'm not listing every day. She goes, okay. And basically, she told me most of my listings were on point, basically, because I mirrored her store.
Sure.
She was my mentor without being my mentor.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of a stalker, I think. You were stalking her, I think is the correct term.
Yeah, that's the correct terminology.
So I started listing more consistently. In May of 2016, I hit $1,000 for the first time, and I have not went under that since.
No,
That's a wonderful story, Jen. And seriously, one of the things that Ali and I love to do in this podcast show is to eliminate excuses. And, with 3 kids, you're a single mom with 3 kids, right?
Yeah.
And even 3 furry animals. I mean, you could actually have a lot of excuses or reasons why you wouldn't be able to do this, but you persevered and got through all those, and look where you're at now. I mean, you're doing really good for yourself, and it's just kind of a great thing to hear. So, I mean, thank you for sharing that story. It's really awesome.
Yeah, not a problem. That's why I'm always, letting everybody know that, if you have to change, you have to make a plan and a time schedule. And if you stick with that, you can do it no matter what. Like I was taking 5 classes in college, working 60 hours a week at my day job, plus I help a friend out with a spa business. And, I stay busy because I'm trying to get out of debt and all the issues that I have been constantly coming across over and over. So hopefully soon.
Yeah.
Kudos.
Yeah, no, I think it's amazing. I think, and this is why we bring people like you on the show, because there's the people maybe just starting out here who have similar struggles. Because normally we find from doing this for quite a while now, there's a certain pattern of struggles. It's the same sort of thing, the same way of starting, the same way of the common problems. Yeah. It's just different techniques to get you to the better place. And yours is very good. I mean, you got a full-time job and you still do it. And that is the power of eBay, really. I mean, the business works at your pace.
Yeah. Plus, a lot of people get discouraged when they see those that are making $10,000 in a month. 9 times out of 10, if you're making that, you don't have a full-time job. Like, you got to remember that not everybody on eBay and Facebook and YouTube show you the whole picture. That's why I am very limited on who I actually watch on YouTube.
Yep. Very good. That's a very good point, because, a lot of times people can get blinded by the people that are making $50,000 a month and think, hey, I'm going to start selling eBay and next month I'll make $48,000. Well, that could happen. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but that would be a stretch. I mean, most people, as we have found, start their eBay business, from selling things around their home just for extra cash, and realize that, if we build a couple systems here and make this work, then we could actually build an empire, and quit that corporate job if you want to, or whatever. I mean, just maybe extra spending money, or like you said, pay down your debt and things like that. So that's really cool, man. That's really cool.
Thanks.
And it's a process, isn't it? I mean, it's a process. Yeah. So this is where I'm at in my life. I've got to work X amount of hours. When can I squeeze in some time? And then you just like weekends, and you just, you're doing it. And you got your kids. You got the sweatshop happening.
Trying to. If they would help out a little more, I could probably do a whole lot more.
Yeah. So what's the goal here? Is it to expand? Is it eventually to leave the job and then work this full time?
Eventually, yeah, but I have, plans in place. Like, I will not leave my day job until all my debt is taken care of and I have at least 3 to 6 months of bills in the bank.
Yep.
Very cool.
So,
sounds like a strategy.
eBay isn't 100%. Like, I did $300 the other day, and then the next day I did 0. So, and even though I did 300, it's not 300 because you got to take the shipping fees out of that and everything else. So it's not, a lot of the numbers that people post, that's not the real numbers.
That's the gross.
It's about 50. It's about 50%, or to me, it's about a third of it.
Okay.
It's what they actually take home.
Okay.
So.
Brilliant. So one final message then. What would you do to what would you say to the sort of person who's just starting out and just having troubles? What's your advice to sort of get them to where you're at now?
Do your research. Ask a lot of questions before you actually list something. The only stupid question is the question you don't ask, and never give up.
I like that.
And never give up. Yeah.
And we're in a good community these days. So there's a lot of Facebook groups. Do you belong to Facebook groups and stuff, do you?
Yeah, I'm actually a moderator of 2 of them.
Right. So, there's some powerful information there. The best one in the world's called So You Want to Sell on eBay. I don't know if anyone's heard of it. But no, it is. And that's something when we've interviewed people lately, is they say that's the power of online now, working on eBay now, compared to maybe 10, 15 years ago. There wasn't so much help in those days. Now there's so much places of knowledge that you can go and learn how to be like you.
Yes. Yep, there is. As long as you fish out the bad advice. Because there is a lot of that as well.
And that's trial and error.
Yeah.
We were actually creating custom eBay stores for people, Jen, and we were sending them when they would ask us questions, because we weren't and are not now the eBay experts. So we would send them over to the eBay forums. And, I don't know how they are these days, but they weren't always, very good place or very positive spin on eBay. So we created a podcast show just for that reason, because we needed our people to go to get good answers, and people like you are providing them.
Definitely.
Yep. And if somebody's trying to sell you something, there's so much information out there for free that there's no need for it.
Well, we run out of time. Look, boom. I keep telling him a couple of things. 1, we need sound effects. He never listens to me. And 2, we need to make these podcasts longer, because I just can spend hours with people like you and get in that head of yours and just pull out all that information. It's brilliant, but unfortunately...
That's when you do a second show.
That's why we bring you back for round 2. So, no, it's brilliant. Thanks for joining us, Joe. You've got some awesome information there, and we always hope you're successful and stuff. So, get those kids working.
That's right.
I'll try.
We'll post all the notes from today's interview on our show notes page, which can be found at www.soyouwantasellonebay.com/show notes. Jen, before you leave us, we know your eBay store, but tell them again, what other ways can people get in contact with you?
I am Jules1073 on almost everything. The eBay store is
cool.
Jules1073 or www.jules1073.com. Facebook, Jules1073 or Jennifer Santiago.
So I'm assuming your daughter was born in 1970. No, she wouldn't have been born in 1073 unless she's really old. No, so I'm assuming wrong. Forget that. We'll get that part cut out anyway. It doesn't matter. Thanks, Jen, for that. We've really enjoyed it. Just so if you're not sure, we've actually got a resources page on the website. Go over there. We got some great links that we promote. We take links from previous guests, and we start creating this page where, for newbies and for other people, you can just come in there and check stuff out. Once again, from everyone at So You Want to Sell on eBay, I'm Ali Young.
And I'm Ron LeBeau.
That's all for this episode of So You Want to Sell on eBay. Be sure to check out our next episode or any past episodes by going online to soyouwantasellonebay.com. Also, be sure to follow us on your favorite social media sites, facebook.com/So You Want to Sell on eBay, and Twitter @Your eBay Podcast. Thanks for listening, and until next time, happy selling.
Have an idea for a topic or know someone who would like to be on the show? Let us know. Just go to www.soyouwantasellonebay.com/interview. We look forward to hearing from you.